like many other Hyundais, the 2018 Kona is positively lousy with technology. So let's check the tech. We'll start here at the bottom. Now, most Kona trims just have a storage cubby here, but the Ultimate trim replaces that with a Qi-style wireless charging pad. And if you're not a big fan of wireless charging or your phone doesn't support it, there is a USB port right above it. Moving up from there, we have the main infotainment screen. On this Kona Ultimate, it's 8 inches and includes embedded navigation and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but other trims make do with just a 7-inch unit with no navigation, but still packing Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Now, your main screen on the infotainment system lets you look at everything at once. You get to see your navigation on the left, your AV on the right, and then there's access to your apps right below that. In the event you don't feel like clicking through 1,000 times to find things while you're driving, there is a set of quick nav buttons on either side of the infotainment screen that lets you access radio, media, your map, and your phone. Now let's move over to your radio. You can listen to your standard AM and FM, and this one also includes Sirius XM satellite radio in addition to HD radio for FM. Now, if that's not your speed, you can also listen to your own music via both Bluetooth and your wired connection. Now let's move over to the phone. The phone is pretty straightforward as always. Once you're connected via Bluetooth, you can look at your call history, your favorites, and your contacts, and you even get a nice little keypad on the screen if you feel like dialing old school. Now from there, everything else is dug into a series of contextual menus. So we'll hit the All Menus button from the home page, which gives us access to, once again, the phone and media and things like that, in addition to both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now down here under the Data Services button is where all of your fun internet-enabled services come in. HD radio allows you to look at both weather and a layout of the Doppler radar, while Sirius XM lets you look at weather, fuel prices, stocks, sports scores, and movie times. Now, in the event you just decided to wing it and know nothing about your infotainment system when you get in the car, there is a quick guide button here that lets you learn how to use the touchscreen as well as figure out your Bluetooth, your navigation, and your voice recognition. And finally, at the end, we have the setup button here on the right, which takes you to your settings. Lets you check navigation, sound, and display settings, in addition to a custom button, which is the star button here on the right, that you can set to multiple different things. You can have it access your phone or your Apple CarPlay or your data services without having to dive through all those other menus. Now, the infotainment isn't the only screen available to the driver. There is also a color information display nestled in between the gauges. Using the Pages button on the right side of the steering wheel, you can go between your user settings, drive info, which includes your trip and your fuel economy averages, in addition to navigation directions and looking at the status of your ADAS. Now, lastly, we have the head-up display, which is a feature on the Ultimate trim. Pushing the HUD button on the left brings up this tiny little glass screen here that is normally otherwise tucked into the dashboard, so it's not in your way. This will let you look at, on top of your speed, it'll let you look at the speed limit, in addition to navigation directions, information regarding your blind spot monitoring, and your ADAS, all at the same time. And that's it for the tech in the 2018 Hyundai Kona Ultimate. Be sure to check out our full review video over at theroadshow.com.